Well, hello everyone. Derek's Damn Toys here, back with another action figure review, and today we've got Series 93 T-Bar, or also known as Dominic Dijakovic. I decided that I would review this one just because I saw a little bit of Halloween Havoc. That's when I'm recording this, actually, is the night of Halloween Havoc. I didn't catch it all, though, but I saw the little promo where they showed his mask burning. So they're returning him to the Dominic Dijakovic character, which I am very happy to see. T-Bar was a stupid name to keep for such a long time, but it's whatever. Before I ramble on too much, let's get this figure opened and let's break down some of the accessories and break down the figure itself. Alrighty guys, we're back with the accessories out of the package, and as you can see, he comes with two different head sculpts. If it would focus properly. It really does not want to focus properly right now. Let me see if zooming in would help it focus a little bit better. Yeah, I mean, kind of. But he comes with two different head sculpts, two different handsets, and this jacket, which I will say, from checking out the figure based off of the Mia Yim review, this jacket's already a hell of a lot better because it does not stain the figure, at least from what I've noticed. But yeah, he comes with two mic holding hands and two fisted hands, kind of like the standard hands for Mattel figures these days, but the head sculpts are really the most important ones as far as accessories go, because just looking at the head sculpts, they put a lot of detail just into this one head sculpt alone, with all the different paint and ooh, there I go dropping it. But just with all the different paint and stuff. And then we've got this one, which is his no mask, just face paint head sculpt. And I really like this one a lot more. But that's just because, well, you never really got the mask look off to a good start. But now that we've ran through the accessories, let's get into the action figure itself. Alrighty, getting back into the figure, you can see some of the really cool detail that was just put into this figure as far as like the elbow pads go. Because I think this is the very first time we've ever gotten an open pair of elbow pads. Of course, we've gotten open knee pads in the past plenty of times, but the open elbow pads is something cool and something I kind of look forward to if they ever implement it for like AJ Styles, as it should be. But, you know, as I was saying earlier, there's no black marks that aren't supposed to be there because he's got two little armbands. I think the formula for Dominic Dijakovic works really well here. The lower legs kind of remind me of Shield pants. I could be wrong, and they could be like Colonel Mustafa pants because of how the boots are. But I'm not exactly sure. It's kind of a plain Jane figure, if we're gonna be honest, though. As far as like looks go, it's just all black with a little bit of paint detail here and there, like right there for the buckle, and got the Retribution flag right there. But other than that, and face paint, there really isn't much to talk about here. Like, unless there's something on the jacket that I can bring up that's got some detail on it, but the jacket kind of just looks standard. It looks like you could use this jacket for anybody else that you might want to use a black jacket for. And it looks like it's got a hoodie, but we'll figure that out if that's a hood or if I just fucked up the collar on it. But that's besides the point. Let's get into some of this articulation real quick. So he can look down a little bit, which, mind you, this head sculpt was a pain in the ass to get onto this body. I don't know why. Maybe they didn't drill the hole in it good enough, but it was a pain in the ass. It's got waist swivel, ab crunch, arm rotation, bicep swivel. It's got, as every modern day Mattel figure has, a double joint in the elbow. It's got wrist swivel, wrist bend. These knee pads might annoy the shit out of me for that reason though. He can kick that far. I wonder if the other leg will go out far. Wow. He could actually sit down. So, definitely got some good articulation. I assume he's probably on ball joints. I don't know. I'd say he's possibly on ball joints. Let me look off camera real quick. Yeah, I'd say he's on ball joints. That's what it looks like. But of course, getting back into articulation, got upper thigh cut or upper thigh swivel, whatever you want to call it. Double bend in the knee, leg rotation, and if I can get his stiff ass ankle to move, probably just hurt it a little bit, but he's got ankle bend and ankle swivel. But yeah, articulation's been broken down. Let's get some of the accessories on this guy and rate the figure and maybe talk about the next review that's going to be coming out here soon. Be right back, guys. Alrighty, guys, we're back. As you can see, I took the elbow pads off, and that's just because I think those elbow pads gave me a hard time taking the jacket off earlier. So you might have to pull like an Elite Series 1 Undertaker and remove the elbow pad to put the jacket on. At least unlike back in Elite Series 1. That jacket is cloth. But you know, despite the figure being kind of plain Jane, and ooh, I almost knocked my camera over, and just kind of being there in the figure collection, I'll tell you one thing. Once you get this figure in hand and you mess around with a couple of the accessories and you start playing around with it, it feels really good in the hand. Nothing's too stiff. Nothing's too loose in my opinion. I mean, I'm sure after a couple of days I'm probably going to end up changing that opinion. But to be honest with you, I think this figure's pretty damn good. I like all the accessories. Unlike the Mia Yim jacket, I respect the fact that this jacket didn't stain the damn figure. Ooh, I don't know if you heard me, but I burped. Excuse me. But, there's just a lot going on about this Dominic Dijakovic or T-Bar figure that, even not being a fan of Retribution, just with this head sculpt alone, I can dig this figure. I could call this guy Dominic Dijakovic and not really care. If anything, I'd probably use the mass head sculpt just to kind of have his identity sealed in like a pick fed for a little bit. As long as you guys could buy into the like illusion and not treat it as if that is who it's supposed to be, I'm sure we could probably pull a really cool retribution storyline off and actually give them the push that I think they should have gotten, because that group was kind of cool. I liked the design. It was just the names of the members were kind of weird. Like you had Slapjack, T-Bar, Mace, Reckoning. Those names were just very odd. Like Mace, I would have kept Mace. I think that's the only name I really liked out of it. At that rate with Slapjack, I'd call him Slap Nuts. Just pull a Jeff Jarrett on him. And if you don't like that one, I'm gonna have to hit you with a brick. If you don't know who I'm referencing there, you might want to do some research. Anyway, let's rate this figure before I ramble on too much more. Honestly, it's pretty damn solid. I'm gonna give it a good 8 out of 10. Let's go with 4 out of 5 stars. This figure is solid. I like it. Worth every penny. And to be honest with you, it kind of makes me excited to get the Mace figure. Just because even though the head sculpt's a little ugly on the Mace figure, it does come with the mask. I'll just keep the mask head sculpt on Mace, and I'll probably leave T-Bar like how he is now and actually use him as who he's supposed to be. I don't know. I think besides that, let's just talk about the next review that's going to be going up. I've only got one more figure left out of the last unboxing, so if you don't know who it is, it's going to be that John Cena. And in fact, because I do plan on technically filming it right now, it just won't go up till Halloween. Just in case you didn't see it, that is going to be the Cena figure I review. So, might as well just kind of keep that out for the background. But yeah, get a little sneak peek for next week. And on top of it, we can kind of just chat for another quick minute. Going back into the Mace figure, depending on how much it costs. Maybe I'll pick that up next week or this upcoming weekend. Because, technically it is like 2 o'clock on a Sunday. But yeah, let me know how you guys thought NXT Halloween Havoc went. Just because from what I've seen of it, it looks really good. I saw Braun Breaker 1, which spoiled for me. So I don't feel bad for spoiling it for any of you that didn't watch it. Go watch it. And if you can't, then why are you mad that I spoiled it? Shut the hell up. Jesus. Anyway, I think we should head out of here. Like the video if you liked it. Don't if you don't. Mother Nature's starting to hit with the wind, so I gotta cut this crap quick. And if you don't want to see any future content, I guess don't subscribe. But if you do, please do subscribe. I do want to build up a fan base here. And on that note, I think we're going to head out of here. By the way, that hit you with a brick remark was a Mark E.D. quote. You're welcome. Peace, yo.